Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good Thursday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. This week, our partner of the daily news on the Coffee with Craig show is P&B Paribus Real Estate Poland. So I definitely like to thank them for partnering with us this week. And also, we had a really, really interesting interview, which is on which we posted earlier, and you can watch from Piotr Rushnek, head of project management and development. And we have a few case studies and some quite interesting how the projects are coming together. So have a look at spend a few minutes, have a look at Piotr's interview. We did quite interesting information. Also, I'm glad to be back. Winston, good to see you. Glad to be back
nice to see you as well. Good expo.
Yeah, very good expo. Three days at Expo Real. They had about 15,000 people there. I keep hearing different numbers, but it seems like it could be 15,000. A lot of investors, a lot of bankers. It seemed like everybody was there that's active. Of course, they're not all there, but many of them were. A lot of excitement on the logistics stands and the warehousing development stands. A lot going on there. A lot of business there, and also the office doing pretty well. Some retailers were there, and the retailers that were there seemed to be expanding quite a lot. We met with a few of them, the director over at Action, a few other ones that had stands there, and they seemed to be quite busy. But anyway, glad to be back in Warsaw, back here in person. And it was really just a pleasure to see all of our old clients, to see all of them, to see all of you. Nice to be back and actually see everybody. So we posted a few shows. Have a look back at some of the previous days. A lot going on. And wow, next week is our Europa Property CEE Investment Awards here in Warsaw at the Intercontinental Hotel, Thursday, October 21st. So if you're not signed up, do that today. We have a couple of sponsorship opportunities, a couple of corporate tables available, but definitely get signed up. We've got a lot of investors coming, a lot of developers coming, really some interesting panels during the day, great breakfast and networking opportunities. So sign up for the whole day. We're starting at 8:30 with breakfast and CEO networking, so you get to meet everybody that's there. Evening before, of course, we have our jury dinner, a lot going on, and we will, have, what do we have, 30 categories, I think, this year, yeah?
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts, and it seems like, when I look through the list, because I was meeting with Paulina Kwasz, who's our newest presenter, will be presenting on Thursday night, and new news, yeah. And she just agreed yesterday, and I met with her today, and we went over the short list. It looked like we had a record number of nominations in.
I think there's a lot going on in the industry and around the region, which is great.
Yeah. And I see a lot of residential for rent projects, and not just industrial, but loads of industrial as well. So
a lot coming out of Romania.
Yeah. It looked like Romania was doing extremely well. So good. So anyway, sign up. We definitely don't want to miss. It's a great opportunity. Last event of the year, I think, for us. So definitely you don't want to miss it. Now let's just go on to the exciting news from EuropaProperty.com and Winston Norman, our editor-in-chief. Winston, good to see you again. Good to see you. Good to be back. I know you were traveling as well. And so let's take a little 20-second break, and we'll shoot right back with the highlights of EuropaProperty.com. Welcome back, and Winston, ready for action?
Yeah, so we'll start today in Romania, Craig, and Cushman & Wakefield Equinox will manage two Fun Shop Parks projects developed by the Polish company Scalia in Romania. The first retail park built by Scalia was opened last month, which was, excuse my pronunciation, but Rozorii de Vede, and a second one, which is going to be built in Foxani, which will be open next month. So Cushman & Wakefield Equinox is managing those properties, and by the end of next year, Scalia aims to open Retail parks in Romania with a square meters of around 40,000 square meters. So there's a few more parks there, and each park, each fun shop, which is the brand is called, they range between 5 million to 10 million euros each project.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay, great.
as we can see there, that's happening, in Poland and around the region. Retail parks seem to be the go-to retail format for developers these days.
Well, Fun Shop. I like the name.
Yeah, it's got a good name,
Yeah.
Fun Shop. Moving on to Poland, and Pink has published figures summarising the office market in the 8 major regional office markets of Poland, and that's Kraków, Wrocław, the Tri-City, Katowice, Poznan, Łódź, Lublin and Szczecin. And these results are put together by BNP Paribas, JLL, CBR, Colliers, Cressa, Cushman & Wakefield, Knight Frank and Savills. And they cover all modern office stock, new completions, take-up volumes and vacancy rates. And at the end of the Q3, total modern office stock in the 8 major regional markets in Poland amounted to almost 6 million square meters now.
Wow, that's a lot.
And the largest markets following Warsaw are Kraków, with around 1.5 million square meters, Wrocław, a bit less, and the Tri-City with almost 1 million square meters now. And the vacancy rate, however, the vacancy rate for these 8 major regional markets is 13.5%, and Łódź is showing the largest vacancy rate at 16.8%. There's been an awful lot of development in Łódź, so that's probably accounts for some of that vacancy. And the lowest is in Szczecin, which is probably the newest major office market in Poland, with minus 5.8%.
Minus 5.
Minus
okay.
5.8%.
So they're over 105% leased.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. So, a little shout out to developers there.
Well done. Well, no one likes double-digit vacancies, do they?
Not really. And staying in Poland and staying in the office market, and Glamco has announced that the Warsaw unit, one of its recently opened office projects, is the only skyscraper in Poland that has obtained the pre-certification in the WELL V2 core system. And then Glamco are one of the first developers to actually incorporate with this or start working on this certificate. It's a new one. It's an actually new, more advanced system, and Sweco is responsible for supporting Glamco and coordinating this certification process. And this new one is drawing on the experience of users. So WELL has not been in place long, and now users and experts from around the world are giving their feedback on the first one, and now they're incorporating a new one which Glamco is putting into the Warsaw unit. And the 10 categories that are in this certification process which are considered are air, water, nutrition, light, movement, thermal comfort, acoustics, materials, mind and community.
Oh, very good. Well, not surprising that Jorn van der Tulen and the Glamco team is actually cutting edge and coming up with new ways of, and listening to clients.
Very important to listen to your clients, Craig. And just to close for today, we'll go to people on the move, and GTC is strengthening its development department with 2 new positions. They've employed Maciek K. Kroll, he's joined the company as a commercial director, and Yasin Dayelo, he's been appointed as a development director, both in Poland. These guys have got extensive knowledge and experience of the markets, and they're going to push forward GTC's business growth strategy according to best-in-class ESG practices, which is all the latest today.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's watching that. Well, good. And GTC has been growing, so good to see they've got building the team. Yeah,
their whole Polish portfolio is now powered by green energy.
Wow.
And they have environmental certificates for all their projects in Poland, and which proves their ecological excellence.
Well, excellent. Good to see another company following the right trends.
Yeah. And that's all we have time for today, Craig.
All right, so some great news from EuropaProperty.com. Winston, thank you and your editorial team for such great, interesting information. And for more information, just check out our website, EuropaProperty.com. Also, next Thursday, we want to see you all at the awards and the forum on Thursday at the Interconti. That's the place to be for Central Eastern. Have a nice day, and we will see you on Friday. Wow, weekend's already here. Let's do it.
Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.